Awesome. What affordability?
Peaceful, yeah. Not so, yeah, this part too, but mostly the walks up to this part is very, very peaceful.
Everything. It's everything to us. We were known as an Appalachian area before, and with that growing, the state parks are getting more funding, the restaurants are getting more business, the locals have more, little shops popping up everywhere. It's giving everybody opportunities for jobs and to open their own businesses.
What these people are talking about may surprise you. It's something that is slowly diminishing around the country. But in Southeast Ohio, the local economy is just what they say, booming, thanks to tourists and the attractions that bring them to the area.
I'm thinking it's because, even now with the gas prices rising and just the economy being bad, a lot of people, they're not going to Myrtle Beach, they're not going to Disney for a week, they're not traveling really far to do things like that. They're staying locally.
Some of those local places in Southeast Ohio include Hocking Hills, Old Man's Cave, Lake Logan, and restaurants native to the area. Mandy Reeves is a manager at Millstone Barbecue in Hocking County. She says the location of the restaurant is ideal, especially after tourists build up hunger after a long day in the Hocking Hills.
And so a lot of people are coming to the Hocking Hills, checking out the natural stuff. It's free. The hills are free to go into. You don't, the caves and everything, you don't have to get admission, whereas in some states, you do have to pay to go into the state parks. And that has just helped us a lot.
Hocking Hills tourism allows restaurants like Millstone Barbecue to serve customers that they normally wouldn't see. Now, without this added touch of tourism, it is unlikely that local businesses like Millstone would be able to survive.
We're one of the few more, I don't want to say mom and pop, but we're not a chain. That really helps because a lot of times when you're on a vacation, unless you're going for the comfort factor, you want something different. You don't want to, just go to, a McDonald's or, something that you can have back home.
The general manager of the Hocking Hills Tourism Association says tourism is responsible for 1 in every 7 jobs in Hocking County. In Athens, tourism accounts for 1 in 10 jobs, about 2,000 people in the county.
The tourism in Athens is it's a driving force. It's very integral to our economy here. We're a $112 million business, and that's from the stats in 2009. We've actually increased about 12% since then from the quarterly stats that we can see.
Jenna Dill with the Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau says tourism brings in about $3 million in local taxes. And she says that Athens businesses also get a boost from neighboring Hocking County's attractions.
The Ohio tourism industry is pretty awesome. We all are definitely we're all partners, we all network together, and we try to do as much together as possible.
Hocking Hills activity and tax revenues have increased every year, and General Manager Karen Raymore says it's all because of the location and loyal people who continue to visit. So we took our cameras to the Southeast Ohio State Park to see if visitors agreed.
Yeah, it was nice to have something that was off campus and kind of away from everything and still be free and just go out and, at our own pace, at our own time, and not have to worry about anything.
One tourist we met came from Michigan and has plans to travel the nation. The Hocking Hills was Nikola Bujalik's first stop.
So what do you think of it here?
I think it's incredibly beautiful. I mean, nature did its job perfectly well over here. I was just mentioning to a lady when I was walking by, like the feeling that the guy must have had who first came onto this, must be incredible. So.
The other thing about tourism that people often forget, by its very nature, you can't outsource it. You can't ship it overseas. You can't send it to another state. It stays. So all those jobs that get created by tourism growth stay right there in the Hocking Hills.
Part of the reason why Hocking Hills gets so much publicity is because of all that it offers. Visitors can zipline, hike for free, or choose from a variety of other outdoor activities. And success doesn't just come from the locals.
We survive on tourism though. We don't have a lot. Some locals come, but more of a one-time thing, whereas everybody's coming down for tourism time after time, and it's where we do most of our business is through tourism and travel.
More than 3 million people visited Hocking Hills last year, which includes Lake Logan. But Hocking Hills employees are worried that their days could be numbered, not because of the economic recession, but because of a new House bill in Ohio legislature.
We're not outright opposing it. The makeup of the legislature right now, and the fact that this is an initiative that the governor very much wants to see happen, my guess is it's going to happen. But we can go for amending language so that it at least protects what is really fueling a great deal of the economic activity in Southeast Ohio.
House Bill 133 is endorsed by Governor John Kasich and would allow oil drilling on state-owned land. That includes Hocking Hills. The bill would create a committee that would oversee gas and oil drilling throughout the state. Supporters say it has potential to bring jobs and money to Ohio, but those against the bill, like Raymore, are worried about what it could do to the tourism industry and are taking their concerns to the State House.
It could be devastating. It has the potential to be absolutely devastating.
In 2009, Hocking Hills tourism generated $53 million. Now, if the oil legislation passes, it could be very detrimental to this southeastern Ohio attraction.
That's according to Raymore, who is actively trying to prevent the bill from passing.
The example that I cited in my testimony for the House Committee on House Bill 133 was, just a year ago, we were all glued to the TV as we watched an oil leak in the Gulf. And it devastated the tourism industry in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, even places that did not have any direct impact from the spill were devastated because of the public perception. And that's the point that we've made with the committees that are right now reviewing this legislation, that just public perception of the fact that they could drill in the Hocking Hills could have devastating impact.
In the meantime, Raymore is focusing on what the state park is bringing to Hocking County. So when asked how she would describe the economy in one word,
robust. Because it continues to grow, despite an economy where industries are struggling and looking at declines as opposed to advances. We have increased activity and tax revenue every year.